So essentially I put my parts down as per the original band, and I was at loggerheads with Mr. Miller during the first week. Mr. Miller also very cleverly sampled my drums at the time. We had very early Lindrum samplers, and I had to beat each drum to get my sound into the Lindrum, which I guess then he could then drop in at any point. So it's a controversial part of that recording that Mr. Miller did that, and subsequently could, if he wanted, dial up my drum sound and feel later in the later albums. So it could be that my performance does feature in those albums, yet it's very difficult for me to prove it. But that was one of the things he did. Following that, the bass player went in, Paul Denman did his thing. With the bass line, it was, you know, he had to just follow the general production rules, and that is to get things tight. Not a great deal changed in regards to his original bass line. He just had to get it tight, as you do once I've got it down through a metronome. Stuart went in, did his sax, and then finally the vocals were put down by Helen, and I think we had some percussion done by Dave Earley, and Stuart's brother Gordon played some of the trumpet. At no stage did Dave Earley play any drums at that point, and we were in the studio for about 4 weeks, from October to the middle of November. In the last week, when the singer was putting her parts down and the general overdubs were going down like percussion, I spent a week in Hastings with my family after having some disagreements with the singer in regards to what was going on with her finding out that she was signed to CBS, or wanting to sign a solo deal, and also the problems with Robin Miller. Subsequently I took a week out, took a holiday to reflect on the situation, and I must admit that I returned. I still wasn't happy about the situation. I wasn't happy about the fact that my drumming had been changed, that we'd lost this band ethos, and essentially this music, as far as I'm concerned, had been created. Yet what we had with Sade, and what came to the attention of the record companies originally, was a very good, very strong jazz set that was expertly delivered by the band, myself, Stuart and Paul, and fronted by the singer. As far as I'm concerned, the producer did a disservice to the sound. He made it into a hit for CBS, but he did a disservice to the original sound, as I think it had a lot more integrity and quality to it. However, it wasn't all to do with Robin Miller. He had to work with the singer, Helen, who took control of essentially what she wanted out of the process. So it was a kind of a mixture of the two. And I think at the end of the day, in regards to me being removed from the band because of my indifferences, artistic indifferences, or artistic, because I was removed because of my artistic differences, I think the singer more or less spun the story that the producers had decided that I wasn't to the job, and I think she was very clever in that respect, in that she got Robin Miller to put that story forward, and that kind of story stuck. You know, far from the truth, as you can hear from this blog on the situation. So essentially, that was the recording of the album. Just some very interesting facts when we recorded the album. Everything But the Girl were in there. They were at the early stages of their career. They were recording at the time. And the other little factoid you might be interested in is that a lot of the sounds, if you listen to the album White Heat, I think that's by Barry White, White Heat, yeah. If you listen to the album White Heat by Barry White, I believe, a lot of the sounds were requested by the singer and Stuart, I believe, and a lot of those sounds were replicated on the Diamond Life album, especially some aspects of the bass and I think some other aspects of the percussion. But you'll hear references from White Heat that were literally lifted and put into the production of Diamond Life. Also through that time, other albums were put forward, and the sounds were dialed in, so it wasn't exactly an original production. I think the singer and the sax player Stuart knew what production aspects they would like in the song, and they were dialed in by the producer accordingly. So that's the kind of the flavour of the album. It was very much based around 70s Black American music, and a lot of the production was sought, so it had that kind of flavour and that kind of feel. So that's it in a nutshell. Any questions, contact me on polkupmusic.com. You can send me donations as a practicing former Sade band member that never got paid. You can send me donations to PayPal via PCM, the number 2, the letter U, at btinternet.com, and I'll gratefully receive all donations from Sade fans in regards to my endeavours on the album Diamond Life. Subsequently I got paid £1,000 for a year's work, and contributing to what is still the biggest selling UK female album of all time. So okay, sayonara baby.